Jonas, I know that this originally a novel. How did you stumble upon it? Because this is written by a guy from New York.
I got the book a very long time ago, like 10 years ago. It was given to me by one of the producers that I worked with back then, before the script even existed. And I fell in love with the book, and like a couple of years later, the script was there, and we started to talk about, how can we get this movie made? And years passed.
Right.
But I always loved it a lot. But it's one of those movies that kind of like the timing has to be right, the right people had to be, on board, and that's what we were waiting for, basically.
How'd you know that Matt was going to be your guy?
Well, I knew that Matt was my guy the first time I saw him. Because the first time I saw him, I was thinking Franklin, he's just perfect for it. It took me even another couple of years before I got him the script, and he responded right away, which was fantastic. So that's when I really knew that the movie was going to happen. In my mind, it was like no turning back once Matt was on board.
I saw your first film, Spun, and really enjoyed it. You seem to be attracted to these kind of dark comedies with large casts. Why?
I don't know. What I do like about this one is that it is a comedy, and it's very character driven, and that's why I really wanted this grand cast, because I felt like every character in the movies was an important, strong character. But what I really like about this movie is that it also has a serious undertone. There is, if there's something, if there's a message in there at the end, you can bring that with you. But it's at the same time, it's very entertaining and very fun, So it has all those elements, and I guess you can compare that a little bit to Spun, but I do have a very wide range. I do a lot of different types of jobs every year.
Right. When I think of Spun, I think of the unique characters, and this has a lot of unique characters, and just, I guess those are the comparisons. And then Spun was a very dark comedy in a way, and then here we've got another one, a dark comedy, with a very specific main character, Franklin. So I saw that and went, there seems to be a fondness for that. Yeah.
Well, it's like, I do, like I said, I do so many different things, but once you get into movies, it's a different type of attachment. It does become more personal, and maybe this is where I am.
Yeah, and you know what? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's all good.
Okay.
You've got an unbelievable cast, amazing actors and characters. How are you able to get these people involved?
I think I don't know. I don't know. I'm so happy that I have these fantastic, actors in the movie, and I think all actors starts with reading a script and getting attached to a character, and the characters are very well written, and they are fun to play, and I think and I know for a fact that when Matt was on board, a lot of people respect him and understands how great he is. So, and I had the two first that I was on board was Matt and Jonas with, and that's a pretty good start,
Yeah.
So, and we also took a big risk by waiting till the last minute. We were shooting it in Los Angeles, where it's easier to get people to roll down the hill and do an afternoon or a day. There was like, most of these actors were day players, 1 or 2 days at the most. Matt is the only one that was in there a lot. Billy Crystal did quite a few days too, and Billy was very important to me because I had pictured him for a long time, and to be honest, a lot of people told me that you're probably not going to get him. He's never done an independent movie before, and he lives in a different world. I have no idea how I got him to do it, but we had a great meeting. We had a lot of fun, and I was thinking to myself, how can he not just be part of this? It's something different, and what's there to lose? He's Billy Crystal, whatever happens,
Right, yeah.
And so, and I feel like he really added, something that I couldn't really picture any other actor in that role add to the overall, you know, cast. You know, so with Matt and Billy and Knoxville on board, I knew that I was onto something. You know.